Sometimes we think we need to have everything figured out, know where we're going, have a plan, as if life worked that way, as if someone at some point had explained everything to us. But you know what? Most of the time, that's not how it is. Most of the time, I will say that we figure things out while we walk. Welcome to Sin Manual, No Playbook, a space where there are no perfect formulas and no step by step paths. Here, we talk about life as it is, with doubts, with mistakes, with moments of clarity, and others where we are in the middle just trying to understand what's next. This isn't a podcast to tell you what to do, it's a space to question, to feel, and maybe find your own answers, because at the end, no one gave us a manual, and still, we keep moving forward. Okay, well, now for real. Before before uploading the first episodes last week, I listened to them. And really, I listened very carefully. And honestly, I was very critical because I knew that they weren't perfect. There were things to improve, like the diction, the pauses, details, the volume, and still I uploaded them because if I waited until everything was perfect, I probably never would have done it. And I got some feedback from friends, and they all mentioned the same things that I had noticed already. So I was good. And around those days, I I listened to a song and I put attention to the lyrics, and I kind of related part of the lyrics to what I'm doing right now. And actually, the name of the song is Right Now. It's from Van Halen. If you haven't heard it, look for it and hear it. It's a great song. I love it. So there are these two specific lines that stayed with me. The first one says, "Right now is your tomorrow," and the second one says, "Catch that magic moment and do it right now. Catch that magic moment and do it right now." And when I thought about it, it kind of hit hard because the things you keep postponing are being decided right now. So I want to ask you a question. Is there something you know you want to do, but you keep leaving for later? Is there something you know you want to do, but you keep leaving for later? Well, and now going back to all these reviews that I was making to my podcast, and getting some feedback from my friends and some people that heard it, something happened that actually changed everything to me, or I would say brought me back to the reason why I decided to do this. Someone told me that something they heard made them think, and that stayed with me. because that's the real goal. My goal is not sounding perfect, not sounding polished, but saying something real enough that it helps someone. And honestly, that gave me a real sense of satisfaction. I felt happy. I felt fulfilled. And again, like I said, that took me back to the reason why I decided to do this. And there's something else you may have noticed. And if you haven't, now that I'm going to mention, you will. The sounds, the crickets, the environment. And it's not accidental. I literally live in the mountains. Literally. No matter where I go, no matter where I take all my microphone and all this uh, sound system that I have, that's not going to change. Of course, they are everywhere. And that's part of who I am now. And there was a moment when I thought, you know what, this doesn't sound that professional. And I also thought, well, how do I put these crickets on the schedule? I mean, it doesn't work like that. And I just can't remove those sounds. It's impossible. But beyond that, I don't want to remove them because if I do, I kind of lose part of the essence, part of what I want to, I want to say, what I want to transmit. Again, this is not a perfect studio. It's real. There's no playbook. That's that's why I named the podcast the name I did. Sing manual, no playbook, no playbook. And living here led me to something deeper. The land, the nature. When I first got here, what I wanted was to explore the place, like to see everything. I think I mentioned before, but I work in a place called Hollis Global, and check it on Instagram, on Facebook. When you see the pictures and when you see what we do here, then you're gonna know what I'm talking about. So then I started walking the trails, but I was doing it in a very, how do you say that, a specific way. I was focused on the destination. I was focused on arriving. I just wanted to get to the waterfall, to the river. There was always somewhere to get to, and I walked fast without stopping much, without really observing. In a poetic way, it was movement, but not presence. But eventually something has changed. I started to I started slowing down, walking slower, staying quiet. And when that happens, everything changes. You begin to notice things that you couldn't see before. Plants growing together, life everywhere. Everything is connected in nature. All those details. And then you realize you realize something very simple, but very, very powerful. All of that was always there. The one who wasn't present was me. So I have another question for you. How much of what's happening in your life right now are you missing because you're moving too fast? How much of what's happening in your life right now are you missing because you are moving too fast? Nature doesn't rush. It doesn't force anything. And still everything happens. And I think that that is something we forget. We want everything fast, fast results, fast changes, fast food. But life doesn't work that way. So this podcast is exactly that. Process, learning, making mistakes, continuing and enjoying it. Because let me tell you, I am really enjoying this. A lot more than I expected. So before leaving, I want to leave the last question for you. What is that thing that you know would make you feel alive, but you still haven't started? What is that thing that you know would make you feel alive, but you still haven't started? Maybe you don't need to have everything figured out. I mean, get that from me. Maybe you just need to begin now. Even with fear, even if you are not that sure, because all of that it's also part of the path. Trust me. If you want to do something, you know what? Just do it. Just do it. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then, just like me, you're gonna start to figure that out on the way and make some adjustments and enjoy it. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. Thank you for giving me your time, and and thank you as well for giving time to yourself. So I'll see you in the next episode. And remember, everything is going to be all right.